Hey everyone, welcome back to AndyDemos. Today I'm looking at a pedal that goes after a very celebrated sound. It's the Platinum from VS Audio out of Athens, Greece. Let's check it out. Back in '87, the Silver Jubilee marked 25 years of Marshall amps, and this reimagining by VS Audio uses JFETs in place of tubes to get the job done. The Platinum is an all-analog overdrive and distortion that transports your amp back to the late '80s, where high gain is tight and powerful. A versatile 3-band EQ lets you cut or boost frequencies to match with your rig perfectly. And just like those British amplifiers, a presence control lets you select different levels of dynamics and upper frequency emphasis. Plus, a footswitchable rhythm and lead switch gives you anything from clean SRV to searing slash tones that behave just like a cranked tube amp. VS Audio expertly builds the Platinum in Athens, Greece with high-quality, low-noise components, and its relay true bypass foot switching also includes momentary hold-release options on each side. For more information on this and other amps in a box by VS Audio, check them out at vsaudio.com. Let's start with the EQ at noon and a very low gain setting, and I'll just go through the gain range without going into the lead mode, just so you could see what kind of voicing and classic British tones we're getting out of this thing. A very nice flat sound with a warm top end on its own, but let's really fine tune the mids and the bass just to get the perfect match with these single coils. So it just gets a little bit more juicy when you back off on the mids, and it's not a real, harsh scoop sound. Let's boost a little bit of low end while we're here. So I gave you a little bit of that lead boost. It just adds a little bit more crunch and thickness, and it's not really adding a whole lot of output, but it is just a perfect switch to keep all the voicing the same, but just give you a little bit more. And speaking of a bit more, there's that presence switch. This has a real great effect on the upper frequencies as well as, the touch sensitivity and the dynamics, because it's not only dealing with frequencies, but it's also dealing with negative feedback. Let's give that a shot, going back to a higher mid-range setting. So it kind of lifts the blanket a little bit if you're looking for a bit more clarity and note definition. Of course, this all changes when you have a high gain setting, and the presence switch can just be a real helpful trick if you have all your kind of fine-tuned settings and you just want to give that final touch to the top end. So that's a pretty wide range you get there with the 3-band EQ, the presence switch, and that lead boost function. Let's get back to some single coils and dial in some different mid-range character. I want to really crank it up and show you how it's not a very harsh sound and it's not very nasally when you increase the mid-range. So it's just a great way to fatten up single coils in a different way. Kind of fills it out. It gets a little bit more angry. And of course, you could back off on the presence, which is what I like to do when I have more mid-range dialed in. Well, there you go, the VS Audio Platinum, and I really love the lead boost section on this one. It really maintained its character. It didn't just turn into something else. You could check it out at vsaudio.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for another Andy demo.